Reality shattered in 2026 when gigantic creatures beyond nature were caught clearly on camera worldwide.
No warnings, no filters, no time to process what your eyes are seeing. Just raw, undeniable footage of titanic beings erupting from oceans, crushing shorelines under impossible weight, towering over forests like moving skyscrapers, freezing entire crowds mid-scream while ships shrink into toys and helicopters buzz like insects around something ancient, something massive, something that moves through our world with the calm authority of a rightful owner. These aren't recycled legends or viral hoaxes. They are scale without mercy, biology without explanation, creatures that snap the spine of physics and laugh at the limits we were taught in classrooms, captured from multiple angles in different locations by ordinary people who never asked to witness history tearing open in real time. Because if even a fraction of this is real, then the planet we think we know is only the surface of something far bigger, far older, and far darker than we ever dared imagine.
Before we dive deeper, like, comment, and subscribe to Mystery Footage Uncovered.
In open ocean waters, filmed from a naval destroyer's bridge camera by an on-duty radar officer, a colossal tentacled mass rose through fog beside the fleet. A ridged skull broke the surface, caught on camera. Rows of teeth flexed open, filmed against gray waves. Deck mics captured a wind metal roar, scientists shocked. The creature's size defied perspective, larger than the warship itself yet moving with fluid control. Its limbs thick as suspension bridges with extra joint articulation bending at impossible angles. Slate blue skin cracked and layered like ancient armor plating, eyes reflecting white through mist, possibly indicating extreme deep-sea evolution or radiation-altered gigantism from tectonic trench ecosystems. Heavy as a skyscraper foundation, yet gliding through water like a submarine accelerating without sound. If it can surface beside armed vessels unnoticed, who exactly controls the sea lanes? Above a winding jungle river, recorded from a helicopter cockpit camera by a stunned pilot, a massive horned quadruped loomed over the canopy at dawn, its horns curved wider than city blocks, caught on camera. Eyes glowed faintly amber, filmed through cockpit glass. Rotor audio trembled as it exhaled, scientists shocked. The entity's proportions were mythic, body spanning miles of forest canopy, yet head tilting with uncanny precision, musculature thick as geological ridges, skin textured and cracked like sun-split stone, suggesting abnormal megafaunal evolution or ancient dormant lineage re-emerging under environmental stress. Heavy as a mountain range, yet shifting its head with the speed of a linebacker tracking movement downfield. If something that large can stand silently above tree lines, how long has it been watching aircraft pass below? On a mist-covered riverbank, filmed on a wildlife drone operated by a field biologist, a gargantuan turtle-like creature hauled itself from shallow water. Its shell rose like a moving bunker, caught on camera. Clawed forelimbs crushed rock, filmed in close pass. Water churned violently behind it, scientists shocked. The creature's frame dwarfed shoreline trees, shell segmented with metallic-looking ridges and unnatural structural symmetry, limbs thick yet extended with additional joint flexibility, leathery skin fissured and pale gray beneath sediment, possibly indicating mutation from industrial runoff or radiation accumulation within aquatic ecosystems. Heavy as an armored tank, yet stepping forward with deliberate control like a trained heavyweight boxer advancing in the ring. If ecosystems can hide something this massive, what else lies just beneath the surface tension? In a mountain lake at midday, captured on a kayaker's action camera strapped to his helmet, a colossal serpentine neck surged from the water behind him. Scaled head towered skyward, caught on camera. Yellow eyes locked downward, filmed mid-paddle. A deep mechanical hiss rolled across the lake, scientists shocked. The entity's body seemed endless beneath the surface, neck thicker than highway pillars, with visible extra joint segmentation, allowing unnatural curvature, slate gray skin cracked and armored like dried riverbed clay, possibly suggesting prehistoric survival or radiation-triggered abnormal growth within isolated freshwater basins, heavy as a freight train yet rising from water with the speed of a missile breach. If one neck can rise that high, How long is the body still submerged? On a commercial fishing vessel deck, filmed on a crew member's phone during net retrieval, a gigantic crocodilian skull surfaced attached to something far larger below. Teeth lined the horizon, caught on camera. Deck tilted under shifting weight, filmed in chaos. Crew audio fractured with panic, scientists shocked. The creature's proportions dwarfed the trawler, jaws spanning the width of the vessel while the submerged body displaced entire swells. Skin dark and armored with cracked ridges like volcanic basalt, possibly indicating ancient marine lineage or radiation-accelerated megafauna adaptation in deep trenches. Heavy as a naval frigate, yet capable of lifting its head with unsettling balance like a predator testing prey. If fishing nets can hook something this ancient, what was it hunting before we arrived? On a research ship in open water, recorded by a mounted stern camera reviewed by marine biologists, a towering spiked amphibious predator climbed onto the wooden deck. Clawed limbs gripped the planks, caught on camera. Jaw opened wider than anatomy permits, filmed in stormlight. White reflective eyes scanned the crew, scientists shocked. The creature's height exceeded ship masts, limbs elongated with extra articulation at shoulders and knees, cobalt skin patterned with sharp dorsal spines and cracked textures like stressed concrete, suggesting deep ocean evolutionary divergence or mutation influenced by geothermal radiation vents. Heavy as industrial machinery, yet shifting forward with explosive bursts like a defensive lineman charging through formation. If it can board vessels without hesitation, how safe is any coastline after dark? Above a winding jungle river, filmed from a helicopter cockpit by a stunned wildlife survey pilot, a metallic-scaled leviathan surged upstream beneath the canopy. Its dorsal ridge sliced the water, caught on camera. Tail displacement created tidal waves, filmed from above. Rotor audio crackled with interference, scientists shocked. The creature's length dwarfed entire river bends, body thick as a cargo train, yet tapering with unnatural hydrodynamic precision. Silver-gray scales layered like armored plating with visible segmented ridges, suggesting abnormal evolutionary gigantism, possibly triggered by geothermal radiation pockets beneath tectonic basins. Heavy as a suspension bridge, yet accelerating through murky currents like a torpedo launched from silence. If freshwater systems can conceal something this vast, how much of the riverbed has never truly been mapped? Deep within mist-laced rainforest, recorded on a long-range drone operated by environmental researchers, a colossal horned quadruped emerged from flooded undergrowth. Horns pierced through treetops, caught on camera. Each step displaced entire swamps, filmed in slow hover. Low-frequency vibrations rattled the drone feed, scientists shocked. Its proportions resembled megafauna of myth, shoulders rising above forest canopy, musculature dense as geological formations, hide pale and cracked like bleached limestone, possibly indicating dormant prehistoric lineage or radiation-induced abnormal growth cycles. Heavy as a mountain ridge, yet turning its head with unsettling agility, like a linebacker tracking a breakaway run. If something that massive can walk unseen through rainforest fog, how many natural sounds were never natural at all? Inside a residential hallway, captured on a homeowner's security camera reviewed the following morning, a giant lizard-like organism scaled a vertical wall near the ceiling. Clawed limbs adhered unnaturally, caught on camera. Tail flexed with segmented precision, filmed clearly. Reflective eyes scanned the corridor, scientists shocked. The reptilian body appeared disproportionately enlarged, nearly ceiling height with elongated limbs and visible extra-joint articulation at elbows and ankles. Skin mottled and cracked with irregular scale geometry, suggesting abnormal mutation or accelerated growth response to environmental contaminants. Light against the wall, yet moving with explosive bursts like a gymnast launching off uneven bars. If creatures this size can cling above doorways, how often are we walking beneath something watching from the corners? On a deep-sea dive, filmed by a helmet-mounted underwater camera operated by a certified technical diver, a massive humanoid-faced entity emerged from blue-black depths. Its eyes opened slowly, caught on camera. Tentacle-like appendages shifted behind it, filmed in close proximity. Breathing apparatus audio distorted with static, scientists shocked. The being's scale dwarfed the diver, facial structure grotesquely enlarged with leathery gray skin, fissured like dried clay, limbs thick and jointed beyond natural cephalopod anatomy, possibly indicating deep ocean evolutionary divergence shaped by hydrothermal radiation zones. Heavy as a sunken ship, yet advancing with chilling steadiness, like a silent submarine closing distance. If something intelligent-looking stares back beneath that pressure, who exactly is observing whom? On the ocean floor, recorded by a submersible-mounted camera during an exploratory descent, a gargantuan predatory maw opened within the sediment. Rows of curved fangs flexed outward, caught on camera. Sand erupted in spirals, filmed mid-surge. Diver comms spiked with panic, scientists shocked. The creature's body remained partially buried, yet its jaw alone spanned wider than small vehicles, skin blue-gray and cracked with layered cartilage ridges. Extra joint articulation visible along mandibular hinges, suggesting abnormal mutation under extreme pressure. Heavy as a freight engine, yet lunging forward with velocity, like a missile breaching from below. If only the mouth was visible, how immense was the body still hidden beneath the seabed? At extreme depth, filmed by a professional diver's chest camera during a research descent, a massive fish-like predator glided inches from the lens. Its eye rotated independently, caught on camera. Needle-like teeth lined a gaping jaw, filmed in eerie stillness. Water around it vibrated with low hum, scientists shocked. The organism's size eclipsed the diver, head broad as a small car, elongated body tapering into darkness with visible extra joint articulation along its pectoral fins. Skin pale and fissured with faint bioluminescent streaking suggesting radiation-altered evolution in abyssal trenches. Heavy as industrial machinery, yet moving through water with effortless grace, like a stealth aircraft slipping through clouds. If something this large can drift silently at crushing depths, how many times has it passed beneath us unseen? At extreme ocean depth, filmed by a remote-operated submersible during a trench survey, a translucent colossus unfolded from a cliff face. Its skull pressed against the rock wall, caught on camera. Cartilage-like tusks flexed outward, filmed in cold blue light. ROV thrusters stalled mid-hover, scientists shocked. The organism's body appeared semi-transparent, gelatinous yet structured, revealing internal rib-like formations and layered muscle bands thicker than oil pipelines. Its jaw extended with abnormal hinge articulation, suggesting evolutionary adaptation under crushing abyssal pressure. Heavy as a deep-sea submersible, yet drifting with weightless control like a ghost in slow motion. If something this massive can cling to vertical trench walls, how many more are camouflaged against the darkness? On the deck of a commercial vessel, recorded by crew body cams during net retrieval, a gigantic armored crustacean was hauled from open water, claws locked against steel plating, caught on camera. Compound eyes rotated independently, filmed at close range. Crew surrounded it in stunned silence, scientists shocked. Its shell resembled corroded metal plating, layered with segmented armor thicker than riot shields. Massive pincers flexed with hydraulic precision, joints reinforced with abnormal structural ridges, suggesting deep ocean gigantism beyond known crustacean biology. Heavy as a compact car, yet lifting its claws with unsettling control, like industrial machinery activating. If this is what surfaced accidentally, what remains in the trenches, untouched by nets? In broad daylight, captured by a public park drone feed, an oversized insect-like entity crossed open grass near pedestrians. Its exoskeleton glistened under sunlight, caught on camera. Antennae twitched with mechanical precision, filmed clearly. Shadows stretched unnaturally long behind it. Scientists shocked. The creature's proportions dwarfed nearby benches. Carapace smooth and lacquered like polished armor, limbs jointed with extended articulation beyond typical insect anatomy. Possibly radiation-triggered mutation or bioengineered anomaly. Its mass seemed inconsistent with insect physiology. Heavy as a small vehicle, yet stepping lightly like a stalking predator. If something that large can walk openly in daylight, how did no one notice it sooner? Above a winding jungle river, recorded by a helicopter survey team, an enormous python-like body cut through muddy water. Its spine broke the river's surface, caught on camera. Patterned scales shimmered bronze and black, filmed from above. Wake turbulence rivaled speedboats. Scientists shocked. The creature's diameter rivaled industrial pipelines, each segment flexing with exaggerated muscular articulation. Length extended far beyond the visible frame, suggesting abnormal growth or prehistoric survival. Heavy as a freight convoy, yet accelerating through currents like a submerged missile. If the visible section was only a fraction of its body, how long is the rest beneath the river? On an arid shoreline, filmed by a field researcher's handheld camera, a towering pale organism crouched in open sand. Its mouth opened impossibly wide, caught on camera. Tentacle-like appendages extended downward, filmed in stark daylight. Wind carried a low guttural vibration, scientists shocked. Skin appeared translucent and fissured, almost cartilage-like, with layered oral ridges lined by circular suction structures. Limbs thick and segmented with unnatural joint spacing suggested abnormal mutation or ancient lineage reemergence. Heavy as a small building, yet lowering its head with predatory steadiness like a crane arm descending. If it can exist in open terrain without concealment, what ecosystem truly contains it? On a crowded beach, captured by multiple smartphones, a massive octopus-like entity washed ashore. Suckered limbs sprawled across sand, caught on camera. Its dome-like mantle reflected sunlight, filmed clearly. Crowds backed away in panic, scientists shocked. The creature's body size dwarfed nearby beachgoers. Tentacles thick as tree trunks with exaggerated suction ridges and reinforced muscle bands. Its mantle appeared unusually rigid, possibly suggesting adaptive mutation in shallow waters. Heavy as construction equipment, yet shifting across sand with unsettling fluidity like living machinery. If the ocean can release something this massive onto a public shoreline, how close are we to the next emergence? On a rain-soaked rural road, captured by a passing motorcyclist's helmet cam, a colossal centipede-like organism crawled through mud between village homes. Segmented bodies stretched across lanes, caught on camera. Dozens of hooked legs pierced wet asphalt, filmed at ground level. Its exoskeleton glistened under overcast light, scientists shocked. Each body segment appeared reinforced with layered chitin plates thicker than riot shields, joints flexing with unnatural synchronization as if hydraulically coordinated. Length extended beyond visible perspective, possibly indicating extreme arthropod gigantism or bioengineered mutation. Heavy as construction equipment, yet undulating forward with terrifying efficiency like a living conveyor belt. If something this large can traverse populated roads, how many sightings were dismissed as shadows in the rain? Recorded from inside a helicopter cockpit during a jungle survey flight, an enormous white serpent carved through a winding river below. Its pale spine split the current, caught on camera. Length coiled through multiple bends, filmed from above. Wake turbulence rivaled marine vessels, scientists shocked. The creature's body was unnaturally smooth and thick, patterned faintly with scale geometry visible even at altitude. Muscular waves rippled in synchronized motion, suggesting evolutionary adaptation for freshwater dominance or prehistoric survival. Heavy as a freight train, yet gliding beneath the surface like a silent torpedo. If this was visible from the sky, what magnitude lies hidden beneath murkier waters? Captured by a night vision doorbell camera, an oversized pig-like animal approached a quiet residential porch. Its mass filled the walkway, caught on camera. Snout pressed against security lens, filmed clearly. Streetlights cast elongated shadows behind it, scientists shocked. The animal's proportions were dramatically amplified. Torso spanning nearly the width of the sidewalk, musculature layered beneath taut pink hide. Its footsteps registered heavy compression marks in concrete. Heavy as a compact SUV, yet moving with calm, deliberate steps like a domesticated animal unaware of its scale. If ordinary livestock can appear at this magnitude, what altered its growth so drastically? Deep within dense foliage, recorded by a wildlife enthusiast's phone, a gigantic snail-like organism emerged from undergrowth. Dual horn structures extended skyward, caught on camera. Shell spiraled like a polished boulder, filmed at close range. Vegetation bent beneath its movement, scientists shocked. The creature's body featured thick, textured dermal layers, resembling reptilian scales rather than traditional mollusk tissue. Its shell diameter rivaled small vehicles, and horn-like protrusions suggested abnormal mutation or ancient lineage divergence. Heavy as landscaping equipment, yet sliding forward with eerie silence like a living monument. If forest floors can conceal organisms of this size, how much biomass remains undocumented? Filmed from the side of a fishing vessel during retrieval operations, a massive squid-like predator surfaced near crew members. Tentacles draped across the waterline, caught on camera. Suction discs aligned in precise rows, filmed up close. Its mantle pulsed beneath surface swells, scientists shocked. The organism's body extended far beyond the visible head, tentacles thick as mooring ropes with reinforced musculature. Eyes rotated independently with reflective membranes suggesting deep-sea adaptation. Heavy as industrial machinery, yet lifting portions of its mass effortlessly like a crane in motion. If something this large can approach boats without hesitation, how many encounters at sea have gone unreported? The winch wasn't built for this. At first, the crew thought they'd snagged wreckage, maybe a sunken engine block or lost cargo. But the cable kept descending, then tightening, then vibrating like it was hooked to something alive. When it finally broke the surface, the ocean seemed reluctant to let go. A colossal, pale cephalopod rose into view, water cascading off its swollen, translucent flesh. Each tentacle was thicker than a man's torso, suction cups flexing rhythmically as if tasting the air. Its skin wasn't smooth, it pulsed faintly, veins glowing beneath it. Then the eye opened, huge, milky, focused, not panicked, not confused, aware. And even hanging from chains, it didn't look captured, it looked patient. It started as a dark blur beneath the hull. Crew members leaning over the railing noticed something massive pacing the cargo ship at impossible precision. A drone was launched. What it recorded lasted 12 seconds before signal interference cut out. Below the surface, a gigantic octopus form glided effortlessly alongside the tanker. Its body dwarfed the vessel's length. Tentacles moved in slow, controlled sweeps, adjusting course with deliberate intelligence. Then one limb extended upward. It pressed gently against the underside of the ship. The entire structure shuddered. For 3 seconds, the tanker's forward motion stalled, as if something below was testing its weight. And then the shadow peeled away into darkness. Emergency responders initially believed a cargo ship had run aground. From a distance, it looked metallic, structured, immovable. But as they approached, they realized the hull had scales. Stretching across the shoreline lay a reptilian entity so vast that ambulances appeared microscopic beside it. Jagged dorsal spines cut into the foggy skyline. Its hide resembled layered armor plating, scarred and ancient. Steam rose from its body despite the freezing air. Thermal cameras picked up residual heat. Witnesses swore its ribcage shifted once, slow, deep, unmistakable. Authorities cleared the beach within minutes. By dawn, the body was gone. No drag marks, no explanation. They thought it was a decorative sculpture. Hidden beneath a canopy of trees in what looked like a quiet park, an enormous spider crouched in unnatural stillness. Its legs arched higher than a one-story house. Thick bristles lined each joint. Its abdomen twitched subtly, like something breathing in slow intervals. 2 small children stepped closer, curious. The spider's multiple eyes reflected sunlight. Dozens of tiny black mirrors focused downward. It didn't lunge. It didn't scuttle. It simply adjusted one leg. The ground vibrated, and suddenly, the scale became clear. This wasn't wildlife. This was something that didn't belong in any ecosystem. Beachgoers thought it was debris at first. Driftwood or maybe 2 capsized boats. Then one of them blinked. 2 elongated marine predators lay partially in the surf. Bodies sleek and segmented. skin stretched tight over skeletal ridges that ran blade-like down their backs. Their eyes glowed an eerie blue against the gray horizon. Their mouths hung slightly open, revealing rows of inward curving teeth. They weren't decomposing. They were breathing, barely. As waves rolled over them, their gill slits flexed weakly. Crowds gathered, phones recorded, and then the tide began rising. The storm had already damaged half the fishing gear when the nets pulled tight. Men strained against the ropes, expecting heavy catch, maybe tuna, maybe debris. What came over the railing wasn't any species on record. A grotesque, pale-bodied creature slammed onto the deck, its skin blistered and covered in bulbous nodules like hardened parasites. Its limbs were thick and fin-like, tipped with clawed protrusions that scraped against wet wood. Its mouth split vertically. Inside, layered, needle-like fangs, and a narrow, muscular tongue flicking out as if sampling scent. One crew member stepped closer with a pole. That's when it blinked. Not sideways like a fish, not slowly like a reptile, but deliberately, locking eye contact. And in that moment, every man on deck realized something horrifying. They hadn't hauled it up. It had let them. Some of these creatures may never be officially acknowledged. Some may be dismissed as hoaxes, illusions, or tricks of light. But when footage keeps surfacing from oceans, forests, suburbs, and empty coastlines, you begin to wonder if denial is simply easier than acceptance. What we witnessed wasn't just size, it wasn't just shock value. It was scale that rewrites perspective. Creatures so vast they shrink ships, cities, and crowds into something fragile. And maybe that's the point. For centuries, humanity believed it had mapped the world, measured it, claimed it. Yet time and time again, something enormous rises from beneath the surface, reminding us we are still guests here, still small, still learning. Whether these giants are ancient survivors, undiscovered species, or something far stranger, one truth remains. The planet holds secrets far beyond our comfort zone. If this footage made you question what's possible, let's keep exploring together. Like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Mystery Footage Uncovered, because the next discovery might already be waiting in the dark.